All right, we're watching Backrooms Lighting and Tile Survey. Let's lock in. Preliminary note. Okay, I didn't even get to read the thing. Preliminary notes on lighting and tile survey, 11/15/89. So November, I think, 15th, 1989. Dr. Julia Mainsner, Async Research Institute, internal use only. Okay. November, I knew it. Let's go,
Alright.
bro.
Today is November 14th. It
Oh,
is a Tuesday.
we have the backrooms again. Oh my god,
Uh,
that, bro, you can't tell me, like, if you go into work every day and you just see that, there's a chance you could die. That, well, not die. Well, you could die, but there's a chance you could just like get lost in the back rooms and then die. Just, it's just insane to me how they willingly sign up for this shit.
it is incredibly cold.
It's cold in the back rooms. So we got, well, I don't know if this is new news, but it's new news to me. It's cold in the back rooms. New temperature.
Hopefully by the time you're watching this,
Oh my
actually,
god, he like blends in with the yellow wallpaper. Why would they make the suits yellow? They gotta change the color.
have a decent heating system down here. That'd be nice. Die of hypothermia.
Oh, so it looks like they get like not sprayed with something, but they have to like wait a little bit before actually entering.
Oh, camera.
Police and stops are in the bin right now. Make sure to get the red one, right? Because the green one reads.
10-4.
They speak in military code or cop code. That's holy shit.
You got the edge.
Oh no no no! You gotta check the handle, man. I've seen people get too comfortable with that. Oh, so they're checking the tiles. Okay. That's a lot of things I've realized with the back rooms, like what's up there. Cause like if you think about it, the back rooms is like not reality, right? It's not reality, so you don't really know what's outside, or it could just be more back rooms. We don't know. I guess we're gonna find out today. Oh, there's electrical wires. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised though, because that just leads up into another conversation of what's above the wood now. You know what I mean? Hopefully, we'll see.
There's no insulation on top, and I'm seeing a bunch on the floor above. There's ventilation as well. You see that? You see the vents?
Yeah, it goes around the back to the right.
Some of it's insulated, I think. I don't know. I'm not a vent guy. I don't know. I think.
I would never be able to do this because I'd be too afraid that there would be like an entity that pops out. Imagine someone pops out and you see your like crew member just get dragged up into the vents. I could never. Oh my god.
One floor, and I use that term loosely. We then attempted to cut power to the nearest fluorescent light fixture, a standard troffer. However, we were unable to isolate the power source, and the conduit remained live, despite the absence of any visible external power supply. The source of electrical current remains unknown at this time. Using an insulated toolkit.
So it looks like they're trying to find where the power is coming from. I think that's a really good idea. If you, let's say you're async, right, and you want to know more about the back rooms, or at this point, I don't know what they call it. Correct me in the comments, but they should go for what's powering the entire place in the first place.
We carefully isolated the light fixture from its electrical conduit, extracted the troffer from the ceiling, and transported it back inside, back to standard for analysis. And they added a 0.5 meter sample of conduit was also taken with all exposed wiring safely secured afterwards in the ceiling. So the ceiling tile extracted measures 1.27 meters by 1.14 meters, which is certainly not standard, but it's composed primarily of mineral fiber seems normal in composition, has a fissured texture with mild tegular edges. So just after initial around 60% mineral wool, which is fibers of amorphous silicate, usually derived
I don't know what
from
any of this stuff is.
basalt or slag.
Oh,
Around 20%.
they got bath salts in the back rooms.
Expanded perlite, which is primarily of silicon dioxide and
I
aluminum
know what aluminum is.
oxide, and the rest is a undefined mixture of silicate material, some starch, latex polymers, and some organic fibers derived from plant materials.
Whoa.
Recycled cellulose, really. But
Maybe that's why the wire monster is always on like the floor in that room. Because if you look at backrooms found footage too, right? If you see like this right here, there's like wire, like not wire, but if you look in backrooms like found footage too, you see like almost stick type vines in the walls with the entity. So maybe the entity derives the power to the whole room, or the whole backrooms level 1 at least. I don't know. It's something to think about. It's a cool thing to think about.
The light troffer housing is made of galvanized steel coated with a thin layer of zinc inside. The fluorescent
Galvanized
bulbs
steel?
are
Isn't that like
non-standard in
a really
proportion.
hard
Most
steel? Galvanized or galvanizing is the process of applying a protective zinc coating to steel iron, preventing rust. The most common method is hot dip. Yeah, so that's why the guy, when he went up there, he was like, oh, it's not rusty. That makes sense. That makes sense.
resembling T12 bulbs. So the 4 bulbs measure 1.2 meters in length with a diameter of 38.1
Okay, so the lights are big, I'm pretty sure, right?
We're extrapolating here, only 51, but all the end waves and the rest contain the following components. Phosphor coating, the calcium halophosphate for converting ultraviolet light to visible light. Mercury vapor in a small quantity, which facilitates the ultraviolet light emission. Argon gas, and again, this is all standard for these fluorescent bulbs. That's an inert gas that assists with regulating the current and really starting the bulbs. And they are connected via a G13 base, which is a standard 2-pin base with 13 millimeter spacing for electrical connection. So the wiring connected to the fixture is PVC insulated copper, which appears standard again.
Yeah, this is all like,
over the bulb
this is all regular stuff that's in a light. So, interesting.
Polymethyl methacrylate, which is again commonly used for its light diffusion properties. I mean, it's what we have in the building here, very standard. But
so it's something everyone uses.
Also inspected the ballast,
that is also something to think about. It's kind of cool. Because how did they get that there?
In how they're being manufactured now. This one contains
like, I'm still going into the mindset of how did this shit get there and why is it here? I don't know if he's ever explained this, but I don't think he's ever explained it.
Core and copper windings designed to operate at 60 hertz. So the ballast emits a prominent 120 hertz hum.
Oh my
This
god.
seems to be the case for the majority, if not all, of the lights in the complex that we've assessed.
Oh, that's right. They call it the complex.
Mostly just through simple curing, but this is due to magnetostriction and core vibration. But the noise may be exacerbated by loose lamination plates or degradation of the insulating potting material over time. So it's definitely an indication that this has been running for a little bit. I mean, despite its age, the ballast is functional. Its large proportions suggest it was built for a non-standard space, not something you'd find in the majority of offices or
so like malls,
commercial spaces. Though that's not something I'm too familiar with, truthfully. Now we did find, so material compositions all seem expected, or we don't know what to expect here. They seem, everything we've looked at so far. Again, this is rudimentary early testing, but everything seems pretty congruent with what you might expect from one of the troffer lights you could pull out of the ceiling in this building right here. So nothing too strange, but that maybe makes things even stranger. Because we look at these lights and let me see.
God, it's so weird.
So
It's so weird how the audio like distorts the voices. I love how Kane does that.
several labels were marked on various components of the troffer. So on the ballast, we found markings for mark it as a universal ballast, Type A, manufactured in 1975 with serial number A75234X. The troffer itself is stamped 3X432, and that was manufactured in 1973 in Reading.
So they're
Pennsylvania.
getting like
And
actual
it is
things
UL listed.
from the real world to the backrooms.
And the bulbs were manufactured by Sylvania, and they're marked F40SW, that's soft white, with no visible date information. It's left blank, but it is noted as made in the USA. So,
Oh shit.
though outdated in design, the fixture appears fully functional. The stable operation of all light fixtures in the subdivision points to a continuous, potentially autonomous power source.
So
which,
they're the square lights.
still remains unidentified. We're doing what we can.
I really hope they
um,
find out what the source is in
The
this.
materials used are durable with minimal visible wear, suggesting they were built for long-term, possibly indefinite use.
What is that? Nothing.
So this concludes the initial findings. Further investigation is necessary to determine the source.
What the fuck?
In proportion.
All right, that was a W fucking video, I guess. That was W video. W came pixels.